What's going on? It's Mia Davies here, about to head out to the gym. But before I do that, I want to give you some encouragement in the area of faith and really stepping out on the faith that has already been given to you so that you can have the extraordinary, amazing experience with God that God is wanting you to have with Him. So faith is the substance of things hoped for. Hope, by the way, is an eager expectation of something good. So the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So again, this isn't something you can see yet. That's what faith is. That's what it is. It's believing and having faith in what God has promised you. So God has made some big promises, and God is faithful to fulfill those promises. In you have been given faith, you can exercise that faith. So for example, Hebrews 11:6, God says that He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. So if you have faith that when you diligently seek Him, He will reward you, then you are going to diligently seek Him. But it requires that faith. It's kind of like that concept of, I don't want to jump unless you can prove to me you're going to catch me. But God can't prove that He's going to catch you until you jump. You have to jump, and then you will experience Him catching you, right? So when you're called to do something, you want to be obedient in doing that, and you want to have faith in God's promises. So the question is, what is your faith in? If your faith is in yourself, if your faith is in other people, if your faith is in anything other than God, then yeah, that's a little bit scary. But when your faith is in the promises of God, He's faithful. He's 100% faithful. You can count on Him, and you can have that hope, that eager expectation of something good, because His promises are so good. And it's such a cool concept to realize that faith is what activates all the promises of God. He wants to pour love onto you. He wants to give you so much grace and mercy, forgiveness, all these different things. But if you don't have the faith that what He says is true, you're not experiencing all of that. So faith is the key that unlocks it. It's kind of like having the winning lottery ticket, the winning Powerball ticket, and you're not cashing it in. It doesn't make sense. So, God's given all of us faith. You don't need more faith. This is one of the things that I have seen myself do, where I think, I just need more faith. No, we don't need more faith. In fact, Jesus said in Matthew 17:20, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, which is the tiniest seed, you can tell this mountain to move and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. So it's not the amount of faith, it's exercising the faith you've already been given. Faith is stepping out and actually having faith in the promises of God will allow you to step out and do what He's called you to do. So I don't know what that next step of faith is for you. It might be picking up the phone and calling someone that you need to forgive and love on. It might be taking a day to just spend with God and put your work aside and trust that God is in control of your business. It might be making a video because you have something to share with the world and you've been putting that off in your business. I don't know what that next step of faith is for you, but you have to ask yourself, what is my faith in? Is my faith in the promises of God? Because if it is, then it's solid. You can go, you can run, you can step out, you can jump, and He will catch you every single time. He's not going to ask you to do something that isn't going to be for your best interest. So you can be seeking Him, you can put Him number one in your life, and you can trust that everything will work out if you trust in His promises. If you have faith in His promises, then you don't need much faith, like Jesus said. You just need a little bit, and nothing will be impossible for you. That's absolutely incredible. Also, I want to remind you that in 2 Corinthians 12:9, He says, His power is made perfect in your weakness. So this isn't about you just trying to go get more faith and be this strong person. No, it's just saying, okay, you gave me this. He gave all of us some faith. I'm going to exercise it and trust in the greatness of you, God, not in the greatness of me and my faith. I'm going to trust in the greatness of you and your promises. My faith is in your promises. And I believe, I have faith that even with a teeny tiny bit of faith, that I can move mountains, that nothing will be impossible for me when my faith is grounded and rooted in you, God. So I encourage you today to step out on faith wherever it is that God's been calling you to step out on faith. really jump and experience him catching you. Then you're going to be able to actually take even bigger steps of faith as you move forward, as he continues to guide you, and your relationship with God is strengthened and strengthened. You can take even bigger steps of faith because you know the nature of God. You know that he will catch you. So instead of trying to muster up faith to go take a step of faith, instead take that step of faith, and in the experience you have in that, it will increase your faith. You will be able to take bigger steps of faith the more you just step out. So exercise the faith that has been given. Do something today that requires you to have that faith in God's promises and step forward in what he's called you to do. That's my invitation for you today. Leave me a comment down below so I know you were here, and hit the share button if you think this will make a difference for others. Also, if you want to go deeper on this, I encourage you to tune in and listen to the podcast. I'll put the link somewhere down below so you can listen to that on your headphones, whatever you're up to today, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.